Wake up in the morning, crank that 18-wheeler. Heck, they hit my phone, I'm going in his direction. He say he out the game, he left it up to me. Gave me a road map and spots overseas.
Alright, what's up, world? I'm pretty much, this will be my third video I've done for the day. Because like I said, I'm trying to get in the span where I can drop, video Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. So I dropped one today. I got one coming for Wednesday at 3:30. And then this one right here that y'all watching right now will be dropped Friday at 3:30. So here we go. This video is a video that's been a long time coming that I have been debating about if I want to even bring it up or even talk about. But this video was about pretty much how I felt as a failure as becoming a business owner. How I had all these plans when I got ready to start buying trucks. Because as you know, I have 3 trucks. Currently have 3 trucks. I have the first one I bought in February of 2017. The second one I bought end of May of 2019. And then 2 weeks later, or a week later, I bought a third one, a Volvo, in the same year. So I want to give y'all some updates on the process of how it has been with these multiple trucks at this time in 2019. What kind of money's been made, what kind of money's been lost. I'm gonna try to be an open book with y'all, try not to hold nothing back. It's been a crazy journey. I mean, I usually don't take these type of risks like I did this year. I took a lot of risks. I don't regret any of them. I learned a lot from from them. I was, like I said, with about one truck that I was actually driving. Still been great with that one. I bought a second truck that's identical to that same one. I bought a 2002 Freightliner Century with the Detroit 60 engine. The engine's been, I think it has like a year that it's been rebuilt. It's like a year ago. So I bought a good, what I assume to be a good truck. I actually, if you've seen my previous video when I actually acquired that truck, I actually bought a plane ticket to Jacksonville, flew down to Jacksonville, purchased the truck and drove it back to Atlanta. A lot of people thought that was crazy. Why I just didn't drive to Jacksonville, because Jacksonville's like 5-6 hours away from Atlanta. But I value my time, so I figured I can negotiate $1,500 less on what they were asking for the truck. And I can use that money I just saved from paying for what I was going to give them for the truck, use that $280 and buy a plane ticket, and I save my time. So you got to start valuing your time. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about how it's been, how has it been with multiple trucks, having one truck that I drive here local in Atlanta with XPO, how I have that second truck that I have, the Freightliner, the one I'm talking about, I have it leased under with Landstar. So I'm gonna give y'all the scoop on how it's been with that. It has not been what I expected it to be, and it's only because of just trial and tribulation and just bad timing and just things, just getting to know the truck. So when I first got the truck, I drove it here, didn't have no issues. At least I felt like there was an issue. I drove it here with no problem. But actually, when we actually got it on the road and going, it was just something after something every time. The first time we got the truck, the first time we rode the truck, the driver picked the truck up. He went to Fairburn to get a load, and he was taking it to somewhere in Virginia. He didn't make it an hour and a half outside of Atlanta, Commerce, Georgia, and had a blowout. Okay, that's normal. Tires might have been dry rotted, but I don't know, because I don't know how long the truck had been sitting. But anyway, had a blowout that first day. That was like $400-500 right instantly, right there, right? Made it to Virginia. Left Virginia, went up to New York. Truck wouldn't start. Issue this time, I think the battery cables or something had been corroded. So that was an issue. Had to call on service, on road service. That was like a $500 repair. Okay, then the next day, truck wouldn't start again, but this time it's cause there's there's something going on with the actual filter, not the actual filter, but that bottom housing of the filter. We didn't realize that until the guy took it off and seen some kind of goo, some kind of gunk. So confused about that. So we cleaned that out, got the truck back rolling, started, made it back, and we still, like I said, so it was just a long period of that, just going back and forth. It's just crazy. But the goo is actually coming from the actual fuel tanks. That's what it was coming from. It took us a while to eventually figure that out. So eventually getting both tanks cleaned out, that cost over $1,000. I could have probably just been better off just buying 2 new tanks and just getting them installed, but it probably would still cost about the same thing. So we was down for that point. We had about 3 or 4 different same issues with the stick shift. Um, it's the clicker. So sometimes it'll stay in high gear, sometimes it'll stay in low gear. We could never figure out what's going on. We changed the knob about 2 or 3 times, changed the harness. We changed a whole lot of stuff. We had 3 or 4 different times where the truck was down and we couldn't get it figured out. We had it at multiple shops. Last time we had it at a shop was at Freightliner in Birmingham. They opened up the knob and said one of the wires was loose, and they did something. And so far, it's been rolling ever since. Hadn't had any issues with it, but it was just pure hell just trying to get that going, right? Let me think about what other issue did we have. We had issue with I ended up having to like just about put a new transmission. Had to get a new transmission rebuilt, transmission situated. Bell housing messed up on the transmission. Had to get a new clutch. Had to get a new. It was like a $5,000 repair and down for a whole week. At the same time that truck was down, my truck that I actually drive was down at the same time. So I had I went 2 weeks, no source of income coming in on neither side. Both trucks down. My truck was having issues with the ECM computer unit. It was needing a wire harness, and it had about 3 or 4 different situations. That I finally got it figured out. Finally got it fixed. I just bought a whole new harness. Been rolling strong ever since. I should have. That's something that if I would have known, I could have got done like last year. I've been fighting that situation for so long. That's something else. That's like a video all by itself, right? So we have that issue. What else happened? We have the issue that we had probably been there 90 days at Landstar, and I don't know if anybody knows, but anytime you at Landstar and you take your truck to get inspected, if anything is wrong with that truck at the inspection, that inspection site keeps you, like they take you hostage. You cannot move that truck. I had heard that before, but I kind of was like, and so we end up being like took hostage for like a week with the truck down under a load at the same time, and that was like $1,900 worth of problems that we had end up having to kick out for. So it's just been a lot of like maintenance repairs, and the crazy thing is, a veteran trucker tried to tell me, he told me that I probably should have, before I put the truck, well I already had put the truck with Landstar, but he was like, if it was him, he would have kept it local. That way he can get to know the truck. Then if you want to take it out somewhere, do that. But like to keep the truck under the same umbrella, that way you kind of can manage your truck locally and figure it out. But me being young, me being like, I'm just gonna take the risk. It's probably cost me so much, man. Like I really couldn't tell you the numbers. Like only thing I could tell you is it's been a lot of money that's cost me. Like probably like 2 or 3 times as much as I paid for the truck, along with still maintaining my truck too. So that's like the whole thing together. I can't just say that's that one truck, but just my whole business together. So I've generated a lot. I've generated my top line is a lot way higher than what it's ever been, because I think I got two incomes coming in now. But that bottom line is probably half of what I did on my own last year, just because I'm just been trying to maintain. But right now, so it's been real crazy, man. So and that's why y'all hadn't heard from me for so long, because I was just going through like just one thing after another. Like every time my phone, even today, every time my phone rings and it's the driver, I'm thinking something's wrong. But a lot of times he's just calling me to tell me something irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? He's my boy. Like he's my boy outside of the trucker thing. But when we do the trucker thing, it's kind of like I have to put on 2 different hats. So it's kind of like a lot of times he's calling me thinking something's wrong with the truck. So I'm like, what I gotta kick out for now? Well, it's always something, but it's just like I understand like everything can be perfect. So, and I just felt like, man, I had all these plans, like I was gonna be buying trucks, and I was gonna be going. So with that being said, the 3rd truck I bought, I haven't even got a chance to even put it on the road, because it was costing me so much just to maintain the one I was driving and the one he was driving. I didn't even want to take the risk of trying to put it on the road and being able to and then burn it all money. Because remember, this is all my cash that's coming out. So I'm burning cash out my pocket trying to get both these kept trying to get these trucks going. So the last I'm gonna say like the last month, like last 3-4 weeks, it's been great. Truck hadn't had no major issues besides that one tire. If y'all saw the video about the tire coming off, I don't know how that happened, but it hadn't had any major issues since then. Truck's been running strong. I've been happy with it. We can just keep this thing going for a while, a lot longer. It's gonna be good. We can catch back up to these losses that we done took. But man, it's a lot harder than I thought it was. Man, in my mind, I thought I was gonna be retired. I was gonna buy a dually truck. I had all these plans, same way I was when I started driving. Like I had all these plans, all these dreams, and then when things go the opposite direction than you think, you kind of get embarrassed and you kind of feel like a failure, and it's kind of start thinking like, why did I even get into this? I should have just kept, you start having all these crazy thoughts. But man, with the help of like my team, my wife, my boy Ryan, like my boy Adrian, like all these people I talk to on a regular that like understand how this stuff goes, they talk to me like, man, just keep pushing. I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's like when I be going through these struggles, I don't be wanting to fool with anybody. I don't be wanting to deal with anybody. I just be wanting to like just really be myself, just listening to some audio, trying to get motivated, man. And that's why I hadn't made no videos, because I was just so discouraged. I was just so down and out, man. I couldn't come on here and tell y'all how stuff was going, but I had in my mind that once I eventually get back going and I can get my confidence back, I can start back making videos and telling y'all about these trials and tribulations. Because I hear people tell me all the time, man, I inspire them with all this stuff, right? And I be feeling bad sometimes. I'm like, man, I ain't nothing to be inspired. But I guess I'm looking on the other outside in. But I am taking risks. I am doing what I'm doing. I'm still trying to get here. I'm still trying to make it. I'm still trying to make this transition from having to be in the truck to I can be full-time real estate. But I understand this truck is my bread and butter. This thing I've been doing for years. This is the thing I know I can make the money from. So I'm doing it, trying to get the cash flowing so I can be able to transfer that cash into real estate. Because I really love this real estate stuff. I really love the different avenues as far as the tax advantages, the passive income, the different options you can do. I go to meetups all the time, man. I go to like meetups every last Tuesday of the month. So if anybody's ever in Atlanta and y'all want to go to a meetup with me or whatever, meet me at a meetup, I'm always at the Buckhead meetup every last Tuesday of every month. That's at the Ivy. I love that meetup, and I also go to another one sometimes on Wednesdays around 10 a.m. That's a great meetup too. That's the Georgia RIA club. They have a meetup every Wednesday around 10 o'clock. So, and I'm going to eventually join the Georgia RIA because I kind of felt good when I went that first time. But yeah, man, that's pretty much been it, man. I just wanted to kind of like talk on like why I've been gone, why y'all hadn't seen me, and how it's been, managing these trucks, managing drivers, trying to like, still make things happen at home, trying to do real estate, trying to like, reading, just trying to study reading it and just kind of just stay guided and all that stuff. So, I mean, pretty much, man, that's pretty much how it's been. But no regrets. I'm glad I did everything I did. If I wouldn't have done it, I would have been back. I should have done this. I should have done that. And it's taught me so much. That's the biggest thing about all this. I've learned so much, and it's just really just got me to that point where it's like, okay, man, I could just about do anything. And like I said, I used to hoard money so much. I hate to lose money. I've lost so much money trying to get this thing going that like even when I make just a small profit now, I just get so excited because it's just little small wins because I took so many L's. But I'm gonna tell you what, man, I felt like because I took so many L's and I kind of had to bounce back. It's like almost like a lot of times I lose some money now. It's like I've lost worse than that, so I don't feel it as much anymore. But when I was going through it, man, it was rough. I was reading so many books. I was to so many audios. I was reading my Bible like daily, man. I was praying constantly, like all the time on my knees praying. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why me? Why am I going through this? Like, why is this happening to me? And on top of all the stuff going, like, even through all of this, right, I still pay my driver. When that truck down, I still make sure he get paid because it ain't his fault the truck's down. He's the employee that works for me. So when my equipment's not working the right way, I'm still responsible for him. So I still have to make sure he took care of. So that's even more strict. I still got to make payroll when that truck's down. You know what I mean? This person left a job he was at to come work for me. So I'm responsible for him now. That's how people gotta look at it. So I know if any of you guys out there and y'all got drivers driving for y'all, and you truck down, like, we didn't make no money this week, so you can't get paid. That ain't that person's fault, in my opinion. Now, you run your business the way you want to run it, but when you got people that work for you, you're responsible for them. You're responsible for the money they put in pocket when your operation is running. Because you wouldn't go work for a company at that plant, and they tell you, oh, because the machine's down, we ain't gonna be able to pay y'all this week. But we still expect y'all to come in. Expect, y'all gonna go find another job somewhere. That's just how it works. It just, so. But yeah, man. That's just what I want to let y'all know how that was, and but I got just crazy discouraged because I'm one of those people that used to be really conservative, and I used to do things really carefully, and I didn't take a lot of L's. So a lot of times I took a lot of wins most of the time. Every time I did something, it usually go the way I wanted to go, or even better. So when I tried to do some things kind of that wasn't normal this year, which is trying to expand, trying to grow faster than just trying to 10x and all that stuff. I was out here trying to 10x. I was out here trying to 10x whatever, and it wasn't going good for me. When that stuff like that happened, man, I started to think, like I be like thinking like, man, like why'd I do this? Why start get to me. But I understand, man, I have to just keep pushing and just keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? And like it'll throw me off of my fitness game and all that stuff. I just be sitting around just thinking, I need to get back on my grind, eating clean, eating healthy, going up to Stone Mountain. Well, going up to Stone Mountain, I got a new park that I like to go to now. Is Chastain Park. It's a 2.5 mile walk around. I love that park, and I like going to that park. That's the area that I want to live in. Not just Chastain. I want to live in Buckhead, but I want to live in that whole Buckhead area. So I like being around that environment. And that's one thing I've learned is get around those things you want to be, because I did the 3-year vivid vision about, how I want my life to look 3 years from now and backwards. But I'm looking at that time, man, and I told y'all I don't want to keep y'all up too long, man. Let me cut the video now, and I'll touch back on some stuff maybe later online. But I don't want to have y'all on this thing too long, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And if y'all have any questions or anything, make sure y'all put them in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. Make sure y'all share that video with people that may be going through the same thing, man. A lot of people can relate. So let me get up out of here, man. All right.